Hi, I'm Ron with Enduring Images. Welcome to our virtual booth and welcome to this video. Enduring Images has been in business for 17 years, manufacturing and selling porcelain portrait systems. You think of your cell phone, what it was like 17 years ago and what your cell phone's like today. That's the transition that's happened in systems to make porcelain portraits. Hundreds of monument shops around the country already make their own. You might want to make your own as well. In this video, we'll take a few minutes and show you exactly what it takes to make a porcelain portrait. I'm going to turn you over to Sammy to do that. Just want you to know that she joined us about a year ago, had no Photoshop experience, came in as a production person, had some curiosity, and now 1 year later, she runs our entire porcelain portrait business. If you think it's too difficult to do, it isn't. Lots of your peers do it already. So let me turn it over to Sammy. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk again in a few minutes.
So the first thing that you want to do is open your file. Once you have the file open, the first thing that you want to make sure is that the resolution is set to 300 pixels per inch. The way you can do this is by going to Image, going to Image Size, and then converting the resolution to 300. And sometimes it takes a second to load. So once you do have your photo converted, now is time to make the actual selection of how you want your photo to look. You are going to go on the left side of your toolbar and use the marquee tool. For this case, I will be using the elliptical because I will be using an oval, but you can also do a rectangular depending on what you are firing onto. Now you'll want to make your dimensions for the size of the piece that you are making. I will be using a 8 by 10 centimeters, so I will type in 8 for the width, height will be 10, and I will begin to make my selection by clicking on where I want the photo to start and dragging it down to where I want it to end. Once you have it selected, you can use the arrow keys to move the selection to how you want it. And I think that looks about good right there. So I am going to now copy the selection onto my print page. So you can do that either by hitting Edit and hitting Copy, or you can do Control-C for PC. From here, you will want to create a new page. I will be using an 8.5 by 11 sheet, so I want to make sure that my resolution is set to 300 pixels per inch, and we do want to be in CMYK mode for your print page, as that is most compatible with our toner sets. So once you have your new page open, you will want to paste it on. You can do that by hitting Edit, going to Paste, or you can hit Control-V for PC. You'll see that your selection is now on the page, but it most likely will not be sized how you need it to be. You will go here on the right under Transform, and I'm going to retype in the dimensions that I set it to. So we have the 8 by 10, so I'm going to hit 8 and hit Enter, and it should automatically, if this chain here is selected, it will match it to the dimensions you originally set it to. So now that we have it here, you're just gonna set it on the print page and you are ready to print. You can go to File and hit Print, or Control-P for PC. Your print page will open. You want to make sure that it is set to the same paper size that you set it to, which was 8.5 by 11. So we'll set it to the 8.5 by 11. You'll press OK, and you'll see your screen shift to the appropriate size, and then hit Print. All right, so now we have our print, and we are ready to laminate. So the laminator is ready and warmed up. You want to cut a sheet of laminate paper to cover the whole piece, but you want the paper to be bigger than the actual laminate itself so that the laminate doesn't get stuck inside the laminator. You'll want to position it so it looks straight, and you will enter it through. Perfect. Now you want to wait about 30 seconds for it to cool down before you take the backing off. So now we are going to peel the backing off. And it will, depending on the color, it will have a little film over it. Now we are going to cut it out. You want to leave a little bit of space around it, just so you're not cutting the actual image, but it doesn't have to be perfect by any means. So now I am going to throw the decal into the water. And this is warm water. This does help it to separate from the backing a little easier. And the decal is about ready. So now that it's wet, it should be able to just slide off and pull the backing out of it. Now I'm going to position it to where it looks straight on the piece. Using a squeegee, I am going to set it to place by squeegeeing some of the water out and holding it into place as I do it. All right, so that looks pretty straight on there, and this should be somewhat what your piece looks like once you have squeegeed all the water out. And now the next step is to throw it in the kiln and fire it.
That's how you make a porcelain portrait. It looked easy, it really is easy, and you might be wondering what the economics are. The blank porcelain is $4, the decoration is $4, you have about $8 in material cost in this portrait. So if you take what you're currently charging for a portrait, multiply by the number of monuments that you sell, because when you have your own system, you'll put one on every monument. That's the kind of number you're looking at. Typical payback in the system is 3 to 6 months. It's very effective financially. If you don't believe any of this, give us a call. We have hundreds of monument builders around the country that are currently using our process. They can give you their own personal experience, and there's nothing like hearing it from your peers. If you would like to see the quality of the product first, give us a call. We also use this technology to manufacture porcelain portraits for monument shops around the country. A great way to see the quality of the product by buying portraits from us. It is now the dominant manufacturing process around the world. Your supplier probably uses this technology to provide the portraits that you're buying from them. You can do it too. Thanks so much for watching. Please contact us. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you, and stay safe out there.